Alright folks, we are back. It's the next day. We made only a little bit of profit the other day. Oof! I'll tell you what, bits and bobs is not going too well. So we need to fill up the soda can. So what I'm going to do is show you what I mean from before. I'm just going to grab, so we're just going to take the thing up and see, bang. And we should just go to the front and we should be able to just click on it and it fills it up straight away for us, okay? And we'll just take trash bin and I'll put that there. I'll grab the cart and I'll just do again. Click on there and it's already ready to go for you. Cool. So there's a few things we're going to need eventually to really get this going. It's going to take a bit of time. So, you know, we don't expect to have it up and running and making huge profits, or even a profit. You might need your gift store to help prop you up. We do have 2 recruitments from Anderson. Now, one thing I would like, and I know others have asked for, what have we hired for? Because I've got 2 campaigns out, both customer service, for both of my businesses. So it'd be good if it would define the restaurant, or bits and bobs. But either or, so we've got 2. We've got a 19-year-old for $19, 26% customer service, full time. So he's pretty good. We've got Danielle here. She wants $17 an hour. She's 29. She's at 27 as well, part-time. So I think she'll be good for bits and bobs, to be honest. And then Tommy will be good as my first employee for PK. So we're going to hire these. Now we should be getting some more anyway. So we'll just take those off. They're hired now. So I'm going to go into my employees now. Danielle, she's assigned for bits and bobs, so we're going to unassign her and we're going to train her up a little bit more. He's PK, so we're going to unassign and train him up as well, okay? Spend some time training your staff up. If it means you have to register for a day or 2 while they go, so be it. They go up by 10% each time you train them. It does cost money to train, but I think it's worth it. Get to a decent level. Because if we look at the BizMan, we can look at bits and bobs. So our customer service is 30%, and that's because of our employee here, which is Martinez. He's at 49%. So that is a reflection of him, and that will go up as well. So you can highlight that. Having trained customer services employees will increase this value. We need to work on our interior as well. So there's a few things we can do, but let's go. We've done that, so what we're going to do now is just have a quick look at the PKs. It's got no opening hours, fine. Now, with what we have in the restaurant at the moment, we can get a maximum capacity of 20. Now, the building can hold 30. So without adding anything extra, you can see here, it only holds 20 and 20. So we will need another cash register, another soda fridge, and another burger grill to be allowed us to get to the capacity of 30. These adding an extra one of each, that'll give us 40 out of 30. So that's something to keep an eye on. Okay, so we are going to need, again, we want to hit our building limit. We want to give ourselves the maximum chance to make profit possible. Now we don't have any staff. We do have me though, so we're going to set some opening hours. It's only 10:30 in the morning, so what we're going to do is we're going to have every day open, except for for now we're going to do every day. I can adjust it. I may give myself a day off, but once we've got a staff member, we can play around. Okay, so I initially start out with fast food about 10 o'clock, and I like to go to about 8. Okay, now we're going to set those for now. When I get staff, I will extend my weekend hours, and eventually down the road, as we have more staff, more equipment, I will look to potentially pushing it 24 hours. Okay, more hours, possibilities, and more money. Now I'm going to go into the settings here, and you can change all this as well. I'm not going to do that. Logo color, background color, black. This is all default. Okay, logo color can be blue, font color can be black, and PKs, that'll do. You can put your own logo here, which I have done on my laptop, but I don't have that on this computer. So let's leave that for now anyway. Right. I don't know why we've got... Okay, so we do have customers because I am on the till. So Parks, we better sign myself. Again, you can read the messages here. Music. Do they want us to sit on the floor? Wow. Can't find a place to sit. Okay, so we'll let those come through. We'll just check recruitment. So the game's paused while we're in here. Okay, so we've got Eve Lopez, $16 an hour. She's young, which is good, part-time. I think that's going to be good for us as well. So we're going to hire her. We're going to get into her employees. 233. She's PKs. I won't have enough. Yeah, not enough money. That's fine. We'll hire her tomorrow. Alright, so we'll time machine to the end of the shift. Excellent. One thing is, I don't like how these just pop up like that, you know. It's, yeah. Even like you saw there when we were in the store, just because you were walking past it. Alright, so we've got, open the biz phone here, and we can got 2 more candidates from Anderson Recruitment. Okay, so we've got Heidi. She's a bit of, she's 41, but she's cheap, part-time, okay. Okay, yeah. We've also got Isaac, $24 an hour, 25, 47%, part-time, no night shifts. Now, he's expensive, but he's 47%, so I would probably just train Isaac for 1 day, and then he'll be good enough to get started. Even though he's part-time, we can work with, you could work him with you till these other guys get started. So I'm definitely going to hire Isaac, and look, I'm going to hire Heidi. I know she's part-time. Unfortunately, you can't sort and you can't request part-time or full-timers, which is a bit of a shame. But we've got a full-timer. We've got 1, 2, yeah, 3 part-timers. Hire. We just do what we can with them. We can't train any of them at the moment because we've got no money. We've got our alerts here, so we just need to generate that income of 150 per business. We may get that. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean the floors here, and then I'm going to see you when we get to the next day. All right, so Uncle's back.
Call from the bank. They must be shocked to see what's happening with your account. The way it's growing. You should find yourself a nicer apartment and buy yourself some really nice furniture. You deserve it.
All right, so next objectives, we've completed 150. We made 539 yesterday. We can look at the bizman. Now, we lost money, but we made 252 in bits and bobs. But if we look at the econo view, we can see that PK's made $431 yesterday. Now, obviously, as a profit, okay? And of course bits and bobs, so very nice. So that's the average daily income, of course, but that's taking in all those expenses, but we still made a good profit for the day. So I've got my employees now. I want to actually get trained up, so I want to I think it was you. No, who is the... Okay, so what I'm going to do is, yeah, you. I want to train you first. I want to put as much as I can into you. Then we can train Heidi. We have to Eve, Danielle. Okay, we haven't got enough money for Danielle and Tommy, but that's fine. And I actually think Tommy finished his training the other day. What's he? 26, 22. Yeah. Okay, and Jason. Jason, hang on, buddy. I know your satisfaction is getting low. We'll probably get an email. So we want to do all this. Okay, so now one thing with the objectives, you don't actually have to do them in order. So you can, look, hide that away. He just wants you to update your apartment a little bit. Concentrate, I would, on your burgers and getting some more money. What I'll do is next episode, because this is a fairly long one, is I will show you what I did, if I can recall, and how I set up my restaurant. It's just how I did it, okay? G'day folks, we're back here now. So what we've just done is I've kind of time warped a little bit to, this isn't my personal save, this is PK's here, the same building in the same district, my fast food restaurant. This has had a lot of investment into it, and it's now, well, as of yesterday, it made over $6,000 a day, so I'm pretty happy with that. There is still ways room for improvement. Why have I skipped here at this stage into my personal save is because I just wanted to show you, without having to go through all the hoo-ha again, in the new story mode that we've been using, kind of let you know and just show you how I would have set this up and how I did end up setting this up. So as you can see here, we ended up getting 2 of everything. So I got 2 registers, 2 hot dogs, 2 burger grills, 2 fries, and 2 soda fridges. We've also got 2 lots of tables here and 2 booths. Now at the moment the booths seem to be bugged. They can only hold 1 person. Now also I'm just going to unpause this temporarily. And I've just got expanded here with storage as well. I've got 3 storage shelves. So now where I am in this game is well and truly advanced. I have, yeah, you can see I've got a fair whack of money. It's a whole long tail. A day 150 in this personal save. I've got logistics and all sorts of things set up. So, but I wanted to just show you here what I have, and I'll just quickly open it in Bisman here, and I can look at the yesterday's. So our shop capacity is 30. So you will remember from earlier on we talked about the capacity here where we only had like 2 or 3 items. So now to get over to 30, I've got basically 2 of everything, which is allowing me to do it here. So like I said, the grills they allow for 20 each. So 2 of those is 40 fryers, and the drinks fridge is 20 each as well. Cash registers and hot dogs. Okay, now the hot dogs are 25 each. The reason I put hot dogs in was to help with another product other than fries and burgers, because burgers and fries was the first things I had in the restaurant. I then added in hot dogs as a point of difference and to help generate variety, which seemed to have worked there. So it gives you an idea what you would need. You don't have to do hot dogs. You could just do burgers and fries. I know some people put pizzas, some people put everything in here, but yeah. And again, in terms of cash registers, you only need to do 2. You don't need to put a 3rd one in, because that's a waste of your top money and a waste of wages if you're hiring people to fill that register. Because again, cash register does 20 per register to a maximum of 40, which is well and truly over our building capacity here of 30. That 30 will never be broken. You can't have more than 30 in per hour. Just think of it as like a fire code. Most buildings have, buildings have a sort of like a limit that they can host or hold at one time, sort of thing. So think about it as that way. But I just wanted to jump in and show you this. Okay, this is PK's. It's again, I'll jump out here and I'll just show you what it is. Okay, so it's the same building. I've got my personal logo on here though this time, and not like I mentioned. So it's the same building on the same street. It's there. So there's no difference between what we've been playing and what this is, apart from it's obviously well and truly advanced in a lot more areas. So it did take a lot of investment. I'm going to talk about roughly what I ended up doing here. Just let's get over here so you can see the whole restaurant. I haven't got customers. I'm pausing it because customers don't come in. But what we did, I ended up making about $200-300 maximum on a good day when I initially set it up, as we have visually with the tutorial. And I got sick and tired of some days losing, and I wanted to take a big hit and just push right into it. So what I did, I went to the bank. I borrowed the maximum loan that I could. Off the top of my head, I think it would have been about $25,000, because we had already taken that $15,000 loan. So I think 40 is roughly around about the max you can take at that bank. So I borrowed a $25K. I closed the existing restaurant, or this restaurant, for one day, and I put all the staff that I had into training. Luckily, I had until training until they were at least, minimum was 50%. I actually ended up training them all up for about, some of them three or 4 days. Got everyone pretty much up into pushing 70%, 75%. I was lucky in that I had a customer service agent who, after only a day's worth of training, I was able to put them in. So on the Wednesday, I think it was a Wednesday, closed the shop, put everybody into training, went to the bank, got the loan, and basically went shopping. Got 2 extra grills for the hot dogs, 2 fryers, and all those things. A few extra benches, obviously, you could see. Got the booths, thinking they would be helpful, not realizing at the time that they're bugged out, and I got an extra storage shelf. So I got all this done, up and running, and a bit of a big investment. Invested in my training and my staff again, invested in the decorations of decor, because you need to spend at least $5,000 as your minimum to get rid of that ugly decor thing, satisfaction rating, okay, to help your decor go up. So I did all that, and I think it was worth the investment. I think that's something you're going to either do in one big hit, take the investment from the bank, or slowly build up to. I was hoping to slowly build up, but I kind of got a bit impatient, and we were only making, like I said, $200, maybe $300, $5 on a good day, with what we had as the base, and I didn't want to. That wasn't sustainable, and I wanted to just push on. So that's just how I did it. There's other people out there you can check in on the forums or YouTube who probably give you some ideas. I can only go by what I've done. But like I said, this is now doing really well. It's giving me, like we've shown the Bizman here, was economy view. It's probably going to show me a liar. So yeah, PKs, we did 1,000. So sales is 2,700. I had just bought a lot of salaries. So again, this is a lot different from where we are currently. I did about just under $2,000 worth of profit in that day. You can see 2,000, 2,000, 2,000 in the previous few days as well. So it's making good money for fast food. There's probably ways I can make more, but the capacity's there. I don't want to put a pizza oven in because I'd have to buy 2 pizza ovens because of the capacity. So just keep things like that in mind. So what we're going to do now, folks, is I'll come back to you shortly and we will jump back into our existing one. See you soon. Okay, folks, a couple of days has passed around. We had a little bit of a mini crisis. Martinez from Bits and Bobs was going to threaten to quit. We had just to make some quick temporary adjustments to his schedule. Now he's happy. So we've gone through. It's now day 21. Isaac here is over 50% for customer service. So he's, I think, 52%. So he's like at least what we are. So that's pretty good. So we're going to start a schedule. We'll just highlight over here. He wants only 30 hours a week, no night shifts. So I think if we can go into his right click to manage. He wants no night shifts, so you can hover over here. So a night shift is classified anywhere from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. So that's not a problem here. But he's only part-time. What I'm going to do is just concentrate on the hours that we are currently operating to 30 as well. Okay, so every day's been filled. He's got 63 hours there, which is not what we want. So I am going to again leave it at, well, actually I want to just double check something because he might already be, okay, he's got satisfaction 43%, so I'm going to leave it as is for now, again until we find somebody else, or until the people we are training are kind of ready to come in and we can then start to play around with people. I may have said I may have overhired for now, but it is what it is. Ideally, Isaac should have gone to Bits and Bobs. You know what? He should have actually gone to Bits and Bobs. Because that's what's the money's coming. So we're going to make a change here. Bits and Bobs uniform. Manage the schedule. So now what we're going to do is, this is going to be, I'm going to undo that. Because we don't want the same schedule. So Monday, open, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Mondays, I want... we're going to put in Isaac. Tuesdays, I don't want Jason. I want Isaac. Come on, Isaac. In you go, son. All right. And Wednesdays, I don't want Jason. I want Isaac. So Thursday, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. So they're both happy. Jason is still happy. Now Isaac is happy as well. No night shifts, part-time. Bob's your uncle. Alright, so Bits and Bobs is now set. Now and again I'm going to need a bit of cleaning. It's fine. We can sort that out. I could also give Isaac a little bit of cleaning to get him to 30 hours. I'll do that off camera if I do. Okay, so let's get going. So going into, I don't want to press too much. You kind of know what we need to get into PKs, and I'll do that as we go. Let's have a look at the Bizman last night. We did make $946 in profit, but you can see the average daily income is only $30 at PKs, $216. I believe this average is for the week. Okay, so if we look at our EcoView, overall we made $1,000 in profit from our income from our businesses. In total, $945. Okay, so obviously there's expenses coming out from both loans and private residences. But PK's made $645 of income yesterday. Now that's me running this till. We did change the hours, remember. Actually reminds me, we did change the hours from 12 to 9. I want to put them back from 10 to 8 every day this week. Cool. So it looks like it is Sunday. We will be running that 10 o'clock shift at PK's. We need to go to IKEA Bohag or Ica Bohag, buy a desk and a computer chair and a computer, play video games. This is going to teach us a little bit of a happiness and how happiness can work and things like that. So we'll look at that objective next time. I think this episode and last episode, I know we've talked about, I've rambled on about the burger and the fast food. I'm trying to hopefully give you a good idea what it may take, some ideas to get your restaurant, your fast food restaurant up to scratch. In the early days, like I said, it does take an investment. So I mean, you know, we're going to PK's. It made I mean, it still made money yesterday, but yeah, it's basic. We need to get this up to the capacity. We need to get a lot more stock in here. We need a lot more. So you need money. So you can, like I said previously, you can go to the bank, get a big loan and spend it all on getting this up and going, or you can try and do it bit by bit. Next episode I will touch on, we'll get back into Uncle Fred's objectives. I am Parkera. Thank you for watching this episode. Nice. This is kind of like a part episode 4/A really. But I do appreciate it. Hopefully I've managed to help out and clear some things up. I know I tend to jibber jabber about some things, but I've also touched on a few things in terms of hiring and everything else. Alright folks, I am Parkera. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support on this series and more to come. Let me know down below if you want me to. I've made a decision. I'm thinking I'm going to play through the tutorial. It's not really a tutorial as such. It's a story mode that guides you to an extent. I'm going to play through it for a little bit longer because it does end up covering logistics and things like that. So I'm going to play through all that section with you, and then once that's done, and maybe after the next big upgrade, I'm not sure off the top of my head when that is. I think it's a few months time. Then we may look at maybe bringing in a new series, which is Sandbox, or I might just bring that in anyway. Let me know down below if you're enjoying this and if you'd like to see like a custom game as well. Thanks folks, take care of yourselves and each other. Kia kaha. Right, let's get out of here and get going.